Stop with the bullshit. I'm serious. This is whack, man. Get the hell off the air. The man is dead, man. And y'all gonna be criticizing him? Come on, man. That's what I hate about this damn world, man. They're being opportunistic because this man's no longer here to defend himself. But you guys loved him. You love his shoes. You love everything about him. And now all of a sudden, oh yeah, I was way better. No, you were not. Bums are talking. And I'm not saying that Tracy McGrady or Jeff Teague and are bums, but it's a bum mindset to criticize this man, and he's not here to defend himself. You didn't say none of this shit when he was alive. Let the man rest in peace. I'm sick and tired of this crap with these people.
My mama told me a long time ago, if you ain't got something nice to say about somebody, don't say nothing, keep it to yourself. We are talking about one of the greatest players that ever played this game, who gave this game everything he had. I was in that locker room his last game when he told the guys on that team that he can walk away from this game feeling that he gave it everything he got. And he can walk away with a lot of pride. He even sacrificed friends, family, all the other shit because he wanted to be one of the greatest of all times. Like OP said, cut the bullshit. All y'all out there talking all this shit about, he ain't this, he ain't that, man, cut the bullshit. We all know that he's one of the greatest of all time. Give that man his flowers and let him rest in peace.
Let him rest, man.
Hey, Sean Schwam. First and foremost, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Al-Shah, Ba'ashim, Kabdash, the Bonds Apostles, and the Elders Millstone for giving us this from Sin Truth, and blessed be to elect. The situation with Kobe shows we as a people are destroyed. The situation with Kobe shows we as a people are destroyed. And amen, for those that keep up, with the NBA, see the news, see what's going on in the NBA world. Hey man, you're seeing a lot of slandering, man, with Kobe, man. They slandering his name. They saying he's not a top 5 player, in the history of the NBA. Hey, they even go out to say he's not even top 10. They even say he's not the top 5 greatest Lakers of all time. And it's crazy, right? Because with all this shit talking y'all was doing, y'all wasn't saying this shit when this man was alive, man. Which is funny, man. You got Tracy McGrady talking hellish shit. D Wade, all these guys, man. Now you got this dude, Tracy McGrady, talking about if he was in that Lakers team with Shaq, he would have all those rings. And it's right. It's always the what ifs this, what if that. Which, look, no offense, dude. Even though he was a great player, but dude, you're not even all that, man. You wasn't all that. But that shows this dude, he was jealous of Kobe, man. A lot of you dudes out there, man, NBA world, they're always jealous of this man. His success, what he accomplished, his rings. And it's funny because, right, a lot of people call this man the greatest of all time, Mr. King James himself, LeBron James. This guy talking about, rings don't matter. But yeah, you left the Cavs to go join the Miami Heat with, D Wade and Chris Bosh. What was that all about? Mr. 4-6. So hey man, you see a lot of shit talking going on, man. But look, man, this is our people, man, in general, man. I know this lesson's about, Kobe, but hey, man, it's deeper than just Kobe, man. You look at our people as a whole, man. When Jake is winning, man, they got so much bad to say, man. Oh, with negativity, man. Nothing positive, man. Like Jake, you can see Jake winning, and somebody got something to say, man. Like our people, man, they just throw, man. But hey, man, we under curses, man. It's crazy, man. Kobe, top 5, top 10, which in my opinion, I personally got Kobe number 2. I got MJ above him, but that's about it, man. And I know we said a lot of shit about Kobe, but as a basketball player, man, the dude was phenomenal, man. The dude was incredible, man. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. It says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field." And name, man, today we're under the curses, man. We know that all the hate, negativity, that you see Jake has for one another, we know that it's all because of curses, man. We're in the curses, man. When Jake is winning, man, you see nothing but negativity, man. Jake always got something bad to say, man. Always talking shit. And this dude, Tracy McGrady, he came out talking about, oh, man, it's not what it is. I know it would sound like if I was being, an asshole, this and that. Look, man, you know what the fuck he was saying, man. Talking about, you got guys talking about if it wasn't for Shaq, he wouldn't have those rings. Well, he got more rings than Shaq, man. I mean, the only player this dude Kobe had was who? Pau Gasol. That's it, man. And he won back-to-back championships, man. See, but that right there, man, shows, a lot of these dudes, a lot of these NBA legends, they had a lot of jealousy, towards Kobe, man. Because Kobe was just better, man. Kobe got more rings. Kobe was just better, man. That mentality, man, Kobe had, man. See, that's the thing, man. A lot of you athletes, man, you got so much shit to say about other greats. You look at your, the mentality of Kobe and the mentality of the other legends. Hey, man, it's different, man. There's levels to this shit, man. The reason why Kobe was so successful is that mentality that he have, man. Another thing too, you look at a guy like Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo. For those that watch football out there, not American football, but the football around the world, you see a lot of legends, slandering his name. You even see, a lot of these, football podcast dudes, these TikToker weirdos, always slandering that man's name, saying he's not top 5, he's not top 10. You even got players saying he's not all that. But these same guys that's talking shit, always got something bad to say. These guys were not even all of that, man. They were never consistent, always picking up injuries, never won UCLs, never succeeded. All that potential these guys had, man. They couldn't even win a Champions League. They couldn't win shit. And here it is, this man, Ronaldo, he's almost, close to 1,000 goals, and he's like, 4 years old. Something you guys would never achieve, man. But it's funny, man, because Jake always got something bad to say, man. But you look at you. You never won a ring in your life. And here it is, you coming with that what if this, what if that. You ain't shit, man. And overall, Jake ain't shit, man. Jake got so much bad to say, man, toward his own kind, man. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. "So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave." And the point, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and that's what we see, man. Jake always got an evil eye towards one another. Nothing good to say, man. When Jake is winning, when you see, you're the average, so-called black man winning, succeeding, he could be, I don't know, having, the best art. It's gonna be Jake saying the most shit, man, talking shit. Jake can win an award for being the best player in the world. People got so much shit to say. Anything Jake wins, another Jake, talking crazy, sneak dissing, talking crazy, go on live on one of these social media platforms, saying he ain't all that. I'm better than him. Jake just got so much, Jake just hates one another, man. Jealousy, envy towards one another. That's what you see going on, man. But that shows, man, we the people, man. We under the curses, man. You know, if Jake see you winning, he gonna try to rob you. You know, do all kinds of shit, man. If Jake see you got a pretty looking woman, you know, he gonna try to, take her from you, man. You know, if Jake see you got a nice car, he gonna try to, rob your car. You know, if Jake see you got a nice crib, he gonna try to steal your shit that's in your crib, man. If Jake see you got nice shoes, he gonna try to take your shoes. You know, if you try, see this is another thing too, right? You know, this is why you don't see. I'm the type of guy, right? You know, there's nothing wrong about wearing nice stuff. You know, cause hey man, we God chosen people, man. We the Israelites. You know, we the trendsetters, man. But I'm the type of guy, I don't like rocking with expensive stuff, man. You know, expensive shoes, pants, hoodies. Cause Jake will just look at you and try to rob you, man. Jake will point a gun at you, man. Talking about, give me your shoes, give me your hoodie, give me your money. But that show you, man, we in the curses, man. You know, Jake always has that evil eye towards one another, man. You know. So this is Luke chapter 12, verse, 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. So hey man, you look at us as a people, man. We're divided, man. We're divided. Every time you go in the news, you see Jake getting robbed over some shoes, man. But that shows we need the curses, man. Jake always got something negative to say to one another. Nothing positive. Always negative. If Jake got something that you don't got, he gonna try to rob you, man. It's crazy, man. They talking about Kobe ain't the top 5, top 10 of all time, but they got this nigga Steph Curry over him, which is crazy, man. It's crazy. Y'all was insane as shit when this man was alive, man. But since, he in the spirit world, you got all this energy now, man. Talking big shit. Talking crazy. It's crazy, man. It's just ridiculous. It's crazy work, yo. It's crazy work. This is John 13 and 34. It says, a new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another. So hey man, you're supposed to love one another, man. Love your brothers, man. Treat your brothers with respect, man. It's all about the brotherhood at the end of the day, man. But we know at the end of the day it's all about the elect, man. Because 2/3 of our people, man, they just through, man. Always have a hatred towards one another, man. Jealousy, envy towards one another. When you see, your fellow brother winning, doing good, you should be happy, man. You should not be like, man, what the fuck? Why is he getting all this blessing, man? Why does he deserve this? I should be having that. See, but that's the 2/3 of our people, man. They always got something negative to say, man. They're always talking crazy shit, man. This is why we need, healing, man. This is why we need all the work come back, man. Because our people, man, they just gone, man. They just gone. And seeing what's going on in the NBA, you hearing people just talking about Kobe, man. Kobe this, Kobe that. If it wasn't for Shaq, Kobe would not be where he's at. Kobe would not be Kobe, if it wasn't for Shaq. But this man won, 3 more rings without Shaq? Or 2? I couldn't remember. But I know he won at least 2 more, man. You know, with a player by the name of Paul Gasol. You know. But it's crazy, man. You know, they're slandering this man's name. You know, talking big shit, man. You know, where was this energy at when this man was alive, man? But hey, man, this is Jake for you, man. This is Jake right here, man. You know, our people always got something bad to say, man. But yeah, you never won a ring day in your life, man. Never won a ring. Yeah, Kobe got 5. You got 0. You know, it's funny, man. You always got something bad to say, man. Our people, man, they just gone, man. This is Leviticus 19 and 17. It says, "Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord Yahweh." And amen, you know. And like it says, you know, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. You know. So at the end of the day, you know, you're supposed to love your brothers, man. And especially, you know, being this truth, man. You know, showing love, treating brothers with respect. Here it is, a lot of you guys that Christ of Israelites, hey, man, you treat brothers like shit, man. You act like assholes, man, towards brothers, man. And the Lord sees you, man. And you know who you are, man. All y'all that treating brothers like shit. The Lord sees you, man. And he's going to deal with you, man. All you individuals, man, that's treating brothers like shit, man. This is why today is all about the elect, man. Because we know a lot of you guys that Christ of Israelites, you're not right, man, through the Spirit, man. A lot of y'all are still niggas today, man. Always talking shit. Always got something bad to say. Probably talking shit in these group chats. You know how Jay gets down, man. Jay got so much to say, man, in these group chats, man. But we'll never say this in person, man. We'll never. You know, a lot of y'all come in that spirit like Tracy McGrady, man. You know, talking big shit, man. But you wasn't saying this when Kobe was alive, man. This is crazy, man. You wasn't saying this when Kobe was alive. And then you got D Wade. That Mo. You know, a lot of these dudes, man. A lot of these NBA legend dudes, they was always jealous of Kobe, man. Because Kobe was always just better, man. He was just better. You know, he got more rings than you. He's a better player than you. He was more successful than you. You know. Just better, man. But hey, there's nothing wrong, Tracy McGrady. You're a legend. You're an NBA legend. But you're not in that Michael Jordan, Kobe. You're not sitting in those tables, man. Along with those two greats, man. Yeah, you're an NBA legend, but you're not in that table, man. You're not in that level, man. You're a great player, but you wasn't all that, man. You know, so with that, you know, the point's been made, you know, but that shows, man, our people, man, you know, our people just threw, man. No, but that shows we need to curse, man. You know, because Jake always got something bad to say. You know, so with that, you know, I pray this video was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem El-Shah, by Hashem Kakodash, the Bond Apostles, and the Ezra Mustone for giving us this percent truth and Shalom.